we go from SoFi Stadium. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
All right, I know it's something that every team says every season, but they genuinely believe that this is their year, and having him at quarterback is a big part of that. They think he's poised for a huge season and can really be the type of player that brings out the best of each weapon that they have on this offense. Behind that type of performance, their goals are high. They envision a lot of wins and finishing among the league's best on their side of the ball.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. The Rams offense ready. They're backed up to start their initial drive. They'll be led out by a longtime starter in the NFL, a former #1 overall pick way back in 2009. It's Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now you can exhale. The season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
And he'll get this past the 20 as he gets about 4. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. Now a play fake it at Stafford. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Pass complete down in the core. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Despite writing it down in my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
He'll get this down to the 38. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Again, it's Corum. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Now Stafford. That is caught. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 20-yard line. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down. A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Over the middle, he's got the hook up to Reddington. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They go back to the ground with Williams. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
Great coverage down in the end zone. He's scanning the field, looking, No one ever came open. So in the end, he makes the best decision and just fires it over the end line.
Now Stafford. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. That's Derek Barnett coming in and making the play.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. Throwing is Stafford. And it's caught. Touchdown, Rams. Puka Nacua from 17 yards out. And the Rams are on the board here first in the season opener. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. They got it done.
So that one, a 13-play drive in total. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Now Stroud going to bat it forward on the touch pass. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Stroud will look to throw once more. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing now is Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Nico Collins, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans are an extra point away from evening this one up. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And he starts his new year off on the right foot as well, as this kick is good. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was Nico Collins who finished it off with a touchdown reception. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Here's Stafford. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Stafford. incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And they'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards and time on 2nd down. Blitz came there from the inside, and there just wasn't much resistance.
No, not at all. That means that defensively, they timed it up perfectly and matched up perfectly. They drew all the blockers to the other guys, left a free runner back to the quarterback, and you know what a free runner turns into?
What?
A free hitter.
And Stroud now to throw. That's complete to his rookie 2nd-round pick. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. Hey, they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching, and how about how he's picked things up?
Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Stroud will run the option left. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Calling no gain on the play as it takes us to the end of the 1st quarter. Texans football to start quarter 2. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
2nd and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Darrell Taylor got in there to drop him. Here comes the Rams punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Texans will take over. And now out comes Houston. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. This one caught downfield by Higgins. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Texans have taken the lead.
All you hear from coaches and personnel directors in the NFL, how difficult it is for a rookie receiver to have an impact on the game. So much to learn, so much offense to absorb. Looks like he's picking it up pretty well.
I would say so. And how about that for your first career NFL touchdown?
I don't know that he envisioned it quite that way, but if he was smart, he probably dreamed about it a little bit.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
From the 41, here's a 2nd down and 4. Up the middle, it's Williams. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Stafford. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Houston set to take over. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they're trying to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at about the 32. He'll hand this to Williams to start things out. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Now it's Stafford. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And they will take over 1st and 10. On the bootleg, Stroud. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Chubb. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Here's Stroud. That is incomplete.
Some applause for the defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th
Texans send the punter out, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10. At the 33-yard line. He'll look to Williams to begin things. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
And he'll get up near the 45. He'll spot it at the 44. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Stafford going to give this one to Corum. Tackled by the cornerback, Derek Stingley.
No doubt about it. Really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. They did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 36. They try the left side here with Williams. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front, because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 48 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Corum now on 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. In motion goes the tight end. Stafford. He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Rams are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point attempt to follow here. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues. Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Excellent coverage there on the play from Cameron Curl.
But whenever they called on defense, they made sure they were ready for the pass on that snap, made the proper adjustments, and helped force an incompletion.
And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Danielle Hunter in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Stafford now to throw. And he's going to go down again. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a third and long. On third down, here's Williams. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Ethan Evans on down to punt. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. If you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game now. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up second down. Stroud looking to throw. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Stroud to throw it. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here goes Stroud again. He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Excellent coverage there on the play for Cameron Curl.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
The Rams offense and Puka Nacua ready to take over once more. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line, as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Now 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 20-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. He'll get this one complete to Atwell. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
That one taken in by Whittington. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Back to throw, Stafford. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 now. Out of the gun, they give it to Corum. Shedding through the defense. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down. The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Hunter. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Rams have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. There's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Now Stroud. And down he goes. A coverage sack. Took too long to get rid of it. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Stroud. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. The Rams offense and Matthew Stafford set to take over once again. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue, and I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll fake the jet sweep, and instead give up the middle to Williams. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 9. To throw is Stafford. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Henry Toto there to bring him down defensively.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Operating from the gun, Stroud. This one taken in by Stover. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Off the bootleg, Stroud eyes the crossing route and hits Watson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Justin Watson. 34 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 21. 5 plays there on that drive, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Powering his way forward. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Darrell Taylor in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Got his man. It's Williams. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
The Texans offense and C.J. Stroud getting ready for this next drive. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. He's got this complete to Stover, the tight end. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now a 2nd and 6. Again, running right is Chubb. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing now is Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Shifts past him at the 45. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Stafford.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Got a man. It's Higbee complete. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 45. A game there of 30 big ones.
Well, this this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 34. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Williams. Taken down at the 30.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. From here, it would be a 45-yard field goal attempt, certainly in range, but they'll look for more yardage on 3rd down. Here's Stafford. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Rams have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We've got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
Extra point up and through, and that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They begin this drive with Chubb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Stroud out of the gun here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Texans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 33. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Nick Chubb, 33 yards. And the Texans answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here. And they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The home team's offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show, as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively. They begin the drive with Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
44-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Again, it's Williams. Shifts past him at the 45. And he'll be brought down right at the 35-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Throws left side. Atwell's got it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Outside. Defense.
So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
They run straight ahead with Corum. Oh, look at the juke. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Throwing is Stafford. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder. You think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one is never in doubt.
Houston's offense taking over again, and we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Sometimes your quantities get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. The Rams offense and running back Kyren Williams getting ready for their next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And that one to the right side and incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
That is caught. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
on running plays. Linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a cornerback blitzing and run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Here comes second down. That's quickly to Atwell on a slant. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 44-yard line.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now it's Stafford. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
A big loss on the play brings up second down.
Stafford. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's third down now. Now Stafford. And that's complete to Adams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's first and 10 now. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. 2nd and 6 coming up. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. Shoves him away. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Here's first and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And ultimately this won't go for much, maybe a couple, but boy, he showed off that make-you-miss ability that certainly is in his arsenal. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They run it again with Williams. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation.
And this is the time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with the touchdown run to take the lead.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now Stroud. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
To not finish a game on a defensive penalty, that's why they get one more untimed attempt.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Rams, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.